Hi everyone, I'm Ronna Pennington, your instructor for this semester. This brief video will tell you a little about me and how you can do well in this class this semester. So first of all, welcome to class. It's good to have you here. Just so you know, I am always as close as an email. I believe I've also included my cell phone number on your syllabus. You can text me if you must. I also have times on there that I will not be responding to text, so please respect that. So first, a little about me. I'm originally from Malvern, grew up there, moved away to go to college at Henderson, and kind of stayed there. I've been back and forth between Hot Springs, Arkadelphia, and Malvern for years, but currently live in Arkadelphia. And I earned my bachelor's degree from Henderson. It's in mass media broadcasting. Then I went back many years later, after my daughter was born, went back to college to liberal arts degree, which is my focus in social sciences history, which brings me to your history classroom today. I'm also wrapping up a Master of Fine Arts degree from the University of Arkansas at Monticello, and that degree is creative nonfiction. The reason I'm doing that, people always ask me, you've already got a master's degree, why do you want another one? Well, first of all, a Master of Fine Arts degree is considered a terminal degree, the highest kind of practical degree that I could get for my field, which, history and writing, that sort of thing, journalism. In my professional work experience before starting as full-time history instructor at ASUTR back in the fall of 2019, my previous work experience was in journalism. So I've been a news reporter in radio and newspaper. I've been a general manager in radio and newspaper, and a newspaper editor, a freelance writer. And the reason that led me to history, honestly, is because, full disclosure, I used to hate history. Absolutely hated it. And when I was at Henderson for my bachelor's degree back in the mid-'80s, there was an instructor there who was incredible. His name was Dr. Richards, and you will hear people my age kind of lament about Dr. Richards, but he was an incredible teacher. However, we didn't use a book in that class. He talked so fast. If you didn't get the notes, it was terrifying. It was a bad experience. And from that time on, I hated history. So what changed it for me was one day I took my daughter into the little Clark County Museum, and we were walking around, and I saw a newspaper article that I had written as part of one of the displays. It was about the year that we had this really crazy ice storm, and so the front page paper, my article on it, was framed and was part of this display. And at that moment I thought, history isn't really bad after all. We are living history day to day. I know it sounds corny, but today is tomorrow's history, right? It sounds like a bad graduation quote for some class or something, but it's true. What we are doing today will be history tomorrow. And at that point, history kind of became alive to me. So when I went back to college to get my master's and to focus in history, I learned so much more about historiography, which is the history of history, and that kind of blew my mind. It's just all really so interesting. So I hope that if you came to this class simply because it's required, and I know it is, so and maybe you really don't like history, I hope that you will find something this semester of value to you, something that you can find interesting, that you use in whatever your degree choice is or whatever your career choice will be. So how do you do well in this class? Number one is to do your work on time. Turn it in. Also, take the quizzes more than once. You have multiple attempts on those, and I keep your highest grade. So if you leave this class with a bad grade, it's because you didn't take advantage of that opportunity, quite honestly. My theory behind that is that the more you take a test, the more you ask yourself the same questions over and over again. It's sort of like you're studying. So the more you take the test, the more familiar you are with material. Also, I would advise you to keep in touch with me through the semester if you run into some sort of obstacle. I understand that life happens. I know that this semester especially, many of us are worried about coronavirus, how it might affect our ourselves or family members, whatever. We also have other obstacles, right? I mean, kids get sick and parents have to take care of them. And if you're that parent, you know what it's like. So keep in touch with me about those things. If you're going to miss an assignment, let me know so that I don't think, one, you're sloughing off, or two, that you've dropped out, or that maybe you're really sick and I can't reach out to you. So please keep in touch with me to let me know any kind of obstacle that might arise through the semester. We can work things out. I'm not here to make it tough for you, but you do need to keep up with your assignments in order to do well. So that's pretty much it. Always let me know if you have a problem. Like I said, I'm just as close as an email or text. However, I'm not going to answer those texts in the middle of the night, so just keep that in mind. Welcome to class. I hope you enjoy something about this class this semester.